Shout out to Trent, Dressel on it.
I'm excited to share with you, I got recognized at my sales kickoff for my performance in 2021, closing $975,000 in revenue on a $350,000 annual quota as an account executive. Two reasons why this matters. Number one, they're sending me a brand new Canon camera, so the quality of these videos are only going to continue to get better in 2022. If you're excited for better quality, smash the like button now. Number two, they got me a cameo from the Island Boys. If you don't know who the Island Boys are, they have tattoos everywhere. You won't forget their faces after you see them. They had a viral TikTok video and now they're blowing up apparently. They played this cameo in front of the entire company, thousands of sales reps, and I'm gonna play it right now. But first, I want you to guess and comment, how much do you think this cameo cost? And it will show at the end of the TikTok I insert in this video right now. They are probably making more than most software sales reps, so I hope you enjoy this.
Shout out to Trent, Dressel on a big year up and over 5,000 subscribers and killing your work numbers. Trent has proven all the doubters wrong this year and has always been himself no matter what anybody else says. Congratulations, Trent. Keep doing your thing. You're an Island Boy officially, dog. Big shout out to you. Congratulations, Trent.
I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I enjoyed putting it together for you to watch. I'm about to run into Whole Foods so that I can buy avocados for dinner tonight. But considering the Island Boys sell cameos for more money than some of us sell our software packages for, there are business lessons and sales learnings that we can take away from the Island Boys. First and foremost is different, not better. I researched the Island Boys a bit and they went viral for a music clip saying Island Boy, whatever it may be. They're in a hot tub, they got all the tattoos. Their music is not better than any of the popular artists you like today. They're not that talented from a music standpoint, but they are different. And I think that that's the takeaway from them. I was reading a book called Play Bigger, and it was these Silicon Valley consultant guys talking about how SaaS companies and startups can really separate and create categories. And the whole takeaway is different, not better. You don't need to be better than anyone else necessarily. You need a good product. It's not to take away from that, but you need to be different. And a classic example of this is in CRM, customer relationship management. All of you salespeople use CRMs today. If you look back at history, Siebel was the powerhouse CRM system. They had a lot of the market share. They were viewed as the dominant player, but Salesforce came in and offered essentially the same offering, but it was cloud-based. Traditionally, software was implemented essentially on-premise, on-site. It was a lot of work, hard to change, which is why many of the leading software companies today are cloud-based. Salesforce was cloud-based, and that's how they marketed themselves. That's what Mark Benioff did brilliantly, saying cloud-based, it's easier for you, it's better. And it's essentially the same CRM, but it's cloud-based, and it's easier for the company to buy, to use, to change. In case you guys thought I was joking, I'm actually about to run into Whole Foods just to buy avocados right now, as you can see right there. Takeaway number two from the Island Boys, and it's be yourself. Be authentic to who you are. They have that thug mentality, that gangster mentality. They express it through their tattoos. They express it through their teeth, the way in which they talk. And ultimately, they're authentic to themselves, which is why their message and the way they carry themselves resonates to such wide audiences. Their message resonates because they are true to themselves. And so many of us in our personal and professional lives, me personally, I feel imposter syndrome from time to time. I try and act like someone I'm not. Prime example of this is when I was in college, senior year, I was applying to companies trying to find a job, like so many of you trying to get your big break, trying to get your dream sales opportunity. I was flown out to Boston to interview with Dell EMC, really big technology company. I was put in a room with like 30 other high quality candidates. I'm like, where are you from? Where are you from? They're like, I went to UMass. Like, I went to Michigan. And I'm like, I went to Ohio University. And they're like, the Buckeyes? And I say, no, the Bobcats, a little south in Athens, Ohio. And I felt like I needed to overcompensate because I didn't have the educational credentials. I didn't have any experience. I had no internships, no connections. So I felt like I went into these interviews and I tried to be more boisterous. I tried to be someone I wasn't, and I wasn't authentic to myself. I was not myself, and that backfired. So in your own life, ask yourself, what are you known for? What is your reputation? Do you like that? Do you want to change it? And ultimately, by being yourself, that will help propel you forward because it's easier to act like who you actually are and who you want to be opposed to something you're faking, because eventually people will see through that. My final takeaway from the Island Boys is knowing your communication style. They are not the most talented musicians, but they chose music as their way to communicate. They choose their tattoos, they choose all their jewelry as messaging to communicate who they are. So in your own life, ask yourself, what is the best way you communicate? How do you want to be perceived in the market? What this actually means to me is ask yourself, how do you best communicate? Is it through audio? Maybe could you do music? Could you do a podcast? Is it through written word? Should you write a book? Should you start writing blog posts? Should you start posting on LinkedIn like I do? Or is it video, a combination of all of them? The Island Boys identified they are best communicating through audio, they make music, and also that video aspect is really important for them to show off who they are. So if you're sitting there wondering, how do I get more attention? How do I make money with a side hustle? How do I move myself forward in my career? It's all about figuring out what is the best way you communicate, and then how can you start to scale that message and create leverage. It applies to your sales job as well. With the rise of video prospecting, I've never done a video prospect with like a vidyard, but I've seen a lot about it. Let me know if you've tried that. But ultimately, how do you prospect? Audio through calls? I like that. That's my preferred method. Sometimes I write emails written. It's all about communication. That's what we're trying to do. Everyone wants to communicate well with one another. Everyone wants to share what they want and make the ask, and that's what it's all about. So my ask to you right now is, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe now for more videos just like this. I post daily videos targeted towards salespeople to help them find their dream jobs, help them find more success sooner rather than later. Of course, check me out on TikTok. That is the inception of the Island Boys. Also, connect with me on LinkedIn if you'd like to join networks, and have a great rest of your night. Bye.